Hey everyone! How many of us in our difficult times cried out to God asking to help us see the light at the end of the tunnel? A very simple hymn with beautiful lyrics that rings a bell for every listener because I'm sure each and every one can relate to it at some point in our life. Let's hear a few lines from the song.
Lead kindly light, amid encircling gloom, lead thou me on.
Lead Kindly Light is a cherished Christian hymn rooted in the life of St. John Henry Newman, a 19th century Anglican priest who later converted to Catholicism. Born in 1801, Newman was an esteemed scholar and Anglican clergyman. However, in the 1830s, he faced a spiritual crisis, questioning his faith. As a young priest, John Newman became sick while in Italy and was unable to travel for almost 3 weeks. Let's hear it in his own words. Before starting from my inn, I sat down on my bed and began to sob bitterly. My servant, who had acted as my nurse, asked what ailed me. I could only answer, I have a work to do in England. I was aching to get home, yet for want of a vessel, I was kept at Palermo for 3 weeks. I began to visit the churches and they calmed my impatience, though I did not attend any services. At last, I got off in an orange boat bound for Marseille. We were unable to move due to lack of wind for a whole week in the Straits of Bonifacio. And it was there that I wrote the lines, Lead Kindly Light, which have since become so well known. If you look into the lyrics, we find the author seeking 4 things from God. The first thing being divine guidance, especially when life appears uncertain and that God's light can illuminate even the darkest paths. The second point, trusting in God's timing, even when we cannot fully comprehend His plan. The third point being humility and surrender, acknowledging our limitations and relying on God's direction. And the last one being one step at a time, reminds us to focus on the present and trust that God will lead us forward step by step. May I encourage you to seek God's guidance in every walk of your life and to trust in His timing, which requires humility and surrender to take one step at a time. May our Lord, who is the same yesterday, today, and forever, being the one who guided the Israelites by a pillar of cloud in the day and a pillar of fire in the night, guide each one of us in our choices and decisions that ultimately make us to be who we ought to be. Thank you.